And we're live. So I wasn't gonna do a video, but I decided what the hell, and I'm just gonna do some air fryer wings, the way I do them, the way I like them best. Anyway, stick around. I'm actually gonna only make 10 wings. I don't need to make 15. Hey Janet, welcome once again. Thank you. All right. Donna decided to poke her head in there. Hi, NJ1. Can I assume that's New Jersey one? Or not assume? Thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm going to cut these tips off here. This is nothing good there for eating, but a lot of people like to use these for a soup or something like that. But I am just going to toss them. Actually, can you give me a trash bag to pop those in? And if I was grilling these, I would not cut them because I'm simply cutting them because I need the room. You can just roll it up and put it on the counter. Thank you, assistant.
You're welcome.
NJ, is it okay if I call you NJ? I don't recall you interacting on a previous chat or seeing you subscribing to the channel in the past, so if I missed that, I apologize, but I'm glad you're here. Welcome. These do a good job, but man, do they work your fingers. I don't know if I'm cutting these in the wrong place or they're just harder to cut. This is getting dulling out on me. I actually bought a knife sharpener. I'm going to do a video on that. And maybe this will be one of the first things I sharpen. Sometimes if you kind of break the joint right there, it becomes a little easier. Great, thank you. Are you subscribed? Like I said, I don't recall getting a notification that your name had subscribed. If not, please consider it. used to doing this in a slightly different order when I'm on video, so doing it live is a little different for me. Whew. All right. It's out of here. Hope you can still see me. That's great, thank you. I am gonna rinse the wings. Back in the day, I originally started air frying. I wasn't rinsing it. I normally don't, but I've gotten in the habit to be more clean, you know, especially when they're sitting in those juices per se. So I'm just gonna rinse these out quick now. Thank you. I would Kentucky kernel these because that's become one of my favorite things, but you're literally spending an hour between flouring them and letting it sit in the fridge, and I don't think I'm going to have anyone's attention for 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever it is. That's great. Anthony Miller, your name doesn't look familiar, so I apologize that I don't remember you. Did you buy the 5.8 identical to mine or the newer model? Go through a lot of napkins here. Kentucky kernel's great. You know, my 1,000 subscriber, he said to me, "Hey, I'm 1,000 subscribers. So what's my prize?" And kind of not jokingly, but I says, "Yeah, I'll send you some Kentucky kernels." Like, yeah. So 2 small boxes of Kentucky kernel. Went to go ship it, and it was like $10. I was like, seriously, for $2 or $4 worth of Kentucky kernel? He's like, yeah, it's the weight. I'm like, forget it, I didn't ship it. So instead I went to Amazon, and for a couple of dollars more, I sent them 2 big boxes of Kentucky kernel because Amazon drop shipped it and I have Prime. So that was his reward for, if he hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have stuck anything out, but I do have a couple of giveaways coming. So stay tuned for those videos. I just been falling behind, so I apologize about that. Yeah, so you probably can't see it, but you have a similar one to mine right here, I assume. For the first time, I took off that little plastic thing last week, so it's had it on there for like 9 months. I forgot it was there. I like keeping that stuff on to keep it from getting all hacked up. Okay, let me bring this down here. Pry these up, toss them in. I appreciate that you've been watching, Anthony. It does make a difference. And it's fun. I think I've been enjoying the live chats more because I get to interact with people and they give suggestions and what they like to see, and I like that. The other thing is, it takes, when I'm filming it, I try to be a little more perfect on the filming, and then on top of it, you're spending several hours with video editing and uploading. So it's actually a lot less work for me to do it this way. However, on the flip side, you guys have to watch a lot more video that you may or may not want to see. But this is pretty much everything I go through every time I do this. Donna, do you want to do the Creole sauce? The Creole stuff? Remember that stuff we had before? The Creole?
Did I like that one?
You did, actually.
One I liked this one.
So normally I do salt, pepper, and Evo and garlic powder. But I love it, the Donna concepts get me. I'm laughing. We also learn tips. So that's awesome. Thanks, Anthony. So I got a couple of choices for spices. I always do the granulated garlic here, pink Himalayan salt, and peppercorn pepper. However, I recently bought this Creole seasoning. This is good. It's a little on the spicy side, but it's really good. So what would you guys like to see? If I had thought about it, I would have made 2 different batches to compare them, but what do you want? Creole or salt and pepper? Not that you're going to be eating it. You know, I've never done fried pickles. I love dill pickles, you know, the Vlasic dill pickles, especially when they have a good crunch. I got like multiple packs in the Lazy Susan here I get at BJ's. And we got Creole, all right. So, first things first. Bought a 2-pack of this on pan. That's the same brand as my sprayer here. And I bought this brand this time. There's another brand, which is escaping me, that I usually buy, but this had a double coupon. So at BJ, so that's what I did. Now, you're only supposed to put in 1 tablespoon per, 1 or 2 tablespoons. However, I always put a little more. It's a little wasteful, but it's easier to spread and coat. But I'll try to do the rules right. I'll do this. That's a lot less than I would normally do. A lot less wasteful, but it should be plenty. Now, the person who told me about this Creole sauce, URHC, Unemployed Redneck Hillbilly Creations. You got to check out his channel. He does everything: food, woodworking. He's got a 5-acre farm, not farm, but he plants all his own stuff. And I got this from him. He told me about it, so check him out. He's been doing a lot of gardening. He's an awesome dude. Okay, normally I would put the oil in and mix in between, but I've learned lately not to do that. Put some pepper here. You know, originally I wanted the battery operated version. It's like stuck together like this. I said, I'll just buy this. This is fine. I don't mind turning this. But when your hands are dirty, and you have one clean and one dirty hand, it would have been nice to have a button just to press. But it is what it is. I'll tell you, with this pepper, you can really smell it. I'm glad I started doing this. And some Creole. Now, he said don't put a lot. It's spicy, but I found that putting a lot, putting more than I thought I would was fine. We'll see what happens, right? If I start choking on it. And I'm gonna put a little paprika just for color on there. It'll get plenty of color in the air fryer, but why not? Then maybe I'll use a few different sauces. I get some chipotle, some wing sauce, honey barbecue. Get in there. Mix that up good. Want to make sure everything's nice and evenly mixed in here. All right. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this in my videos before or recently, but you could fit 5 complete wings in here with those little tails that not tails, the little tips that I cut off. But if you take those little tips off and you cut these in, you can fit 10 wings in this basket. That is not a problem. So I wish I was thinking I preheated this, but I'm going to spray this good. If I don't, the wings will stick. So let's get this going. 10 wings. This wing is pretty big, so that one won't get as crisped up. I have to say, I got the Breville here too, but it just doesn't cook it the same to me, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Is I would put a drip tray underneath, and I think the drip tray keeps the air circulation right, so it takes longer and a higher temperature, and they're still good, but I don't think they're as good as when you do it here. Yep, cutting it close. It's because some people actually even stand these up, but I don't know how that works, how it would work. Look at that. Perfect, right? Let's get this out of the way. I talked about these Rachel Ray Trivets. I think I might have a link in my description. They're like $7, $8 on Amazon. I got it for $4 at Walmart and did a local pickup. They had to order it. If I thought about it, I would have washed them and put it in there too first. But I hear people either use the 2 rings or the second smallest ring. I can't remember, but it protects it. This is a brand new pan. If you follow me regularly, you'll see that I accidentally dropped this and broke it, so this is a new pan. It's already got a little scratch going in the center. So let's get this in. I'll have to take my tablet off of the air fryer in a second. Plug this in. Oops, drop the cord. All right. Okay, sorry about that. So I'm gonna do 400, and I'll leave it at 15 for now. I've seen anywhere from 12 to 17 minutes depending on the size of these wings. So that could make a big difference. And I do need to move my tablet so it doesn't melt. So I'll just set the microwave timer because I'll probably lose track of time. So I'll set that for 6 minutes. In order to get higher resolution shots, I have a Pixel 2 XL. It's got a really good camera. But I was using the selfie camera and everything was backwards and it was confusing a couple of people. So I turned it backwards. The problem with that is I can't see any new incoming messages to look over at the tablet. And I also, there's a delay of 5, maybe 10 seconds sometimes on the tablet. So I never know if I am looking at the camera. So I apologize if I cut my head off and you're trying to see something. So just give a shout out. The pan or the basket? Are you talking the basket is the punched hole one? I'm curious as to where it got cracked. The biggest issue right now is, and if, like I said, if you follow my videos, the pan, yeah, unfortunately mine broke on the bottom, and you'll see it in the video. there's a little tang, plastic tang that pushes the sensor switch in, so it wasn't going to work. But you were able to get the pan, the basket, and the handle. You could buy them separately for $26 shipped usually. However, that's changed now with the new models. I complained to GoWISE about it, and they said, oh well, kinda, you know. So it's $52 if you want now. You could have got just the basket and the handle for 15, or just the basket for 12 and the handle for 7 or 8, you know. Luckily I had this pan, spare pan. The other thing I don't like is with the tablet is I cannot, since I didn't, it's not telling me who's on, how long I've been on. If I had pre-scheduled this, I would have had more options, but again, last second I said, let me do this, you know. Yeah. I hope you have seen my handle repair, because I did this 6 months in. I had to tighten up the handle. You got to take out the 2 screws that hold the handle to the pan, and then the front block, and you tighten that up. I did that after 6 months, and I did it again, I want to say last week. Just that 1 screw. It's a bad design because you have 3 screws, right? Where's the most force going to be from the weight of that? On the top. And they only have 1 single screw. The smart thing would have been to have had 4 screws. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, where are the beta testers, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm just glad that, you know, there wasn't something else worse didn't happen to you. My pan had showed up a little damaged from shipment, my original pan, so, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, there was something wrong. Was the rubber bumper missing, or one of the, it was loose. You know, it's one of those things. It was the 4th gen, it just came out. You know, this and the Power XL, someone gave me a little flack. I said, they're one and the same. They said, oh, GoWISE USA is a great product, they're a big company, blah, blah, blah. But you could take this pan out of the GoWISE, the whole pan assembly, and stick it in a Power XL. They're the same. Same factory, lipstick and mascara, you know, they make it look. What I like about this new version, the Gen 4, is this has a flat top. Now, you can't put anything on top of it. However, what I like to do is, when I'm done cooking and it's cooled down, I'll set something on top of here. Maybe I'll set the oils on top or whatever, so it's like a little step. The Gen 5 of this, or I don't know if it's Gen 4 modified, it has a slight slant, so you can't do it. And the Power XL has a slant in it too. So I like the flatness of this. Now, that being said about the dropping and stuff, when I bought this, I think I paid $4 or $6 for the 4-year warranty. It's not much. It's $4 or $6, and I think this was $130 at the time. Now you can get this for $93. The black one's $93. The red is somewhere between $110 and $130. I wouldn't have spent the $6 because the pan, the basket, and the handle are expendable items. You know, it's like oil in your car. They expect you're going to have to replace it for one reason or another. The pan should last, and the little peeling marks, that doesn't bother me because, well, usually I didn't this time. I put in the parchment paper. One thing, Crystal from My Gadget Kitchen, she goes, do broccoli in the Breville, it comes out great. I said, oh, but you know what? I'll do it in the GoWISE. With the Breville, it's probably like 3 and 3 minutes. With the GoWISE, I find out that's too much. It starts to burn a little. So like 2 minutes and then 2 to 3 minutes. So spray it with olive oil, a little salt. 2 minutes, shake it up, spray it again if you have to make sure it stays moist. And it comes out really good, and it's really green. You know what I mean? It's not like when I nuke it or something, it looks a little, you know, wilted or whatever. Yeah, so everybody says you got to buy a charcoal grill. You know what though? I'm impatient. I want to turn up the grill. 5 to 10 minutes later, I want to start cooking. You know, maybe when I start get older and go slower, I'll enjoy just sitting there and managing that. That's the buzzer. I'm just going to take a quick peek. That was 6 minutes. So here you can see, I don't know, let me see. Again, that delay, it needs more than 6 minutes. So So I am going to let that go another 3 minutes. And I apologize on two things. That buzzer was probably loud for you to hear. The other thing I realize is when you're in this mode, the alerts for my phone still go off and the whole phone shakes, and I don't realize because I'm just hearing it. But when I do the playback afterwards, I watch everything, see how everything went. You see the whole screen shaking. It's kind of funny in a way, but I'm sure annoying at the time when it happens, or maybe even scare the bejesus out of you. So we were smoking the Weber grill. So what do you have? The brown, tried and true charcoal grill. Those things last forever. My father, before we had moved when we were kids, the neighbor left behind one of those Weber ones, 21-inch ones. And then when he moved, he used it for like another 10, 20 years. Then he finally replaced it. And one of the things about the new one, you like the new replacement, there's two versions. Now there's the old school one and one with the catcher for the soot that comes out from the charcoal. And he's had that one for 15, 20 years. It still looks great, you know? Yeah. So what do you do? The indirect heating? Who does it? Christie's Cooking Channel, The Real Barbecue Show. Kirby might be doing it. Kirby's Fish and Grill, but they all do it. What is it? Cold smoke or cold cook? I don't remember the terminology, but I'm a fan of a lot of those pages. They're great. But the nicer weather's here. It's like 90. It's like 101 degree index here in Massachusetts today. So I hate the heat. 60, 65. That's me. Ever since I was a kid. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the Pizookie. It's probably not going to let you include a link, but if you wouldn't mind explaining it, or I could probably look for it here. Oh. Oh, a pizza cookie. Okay, I gotcha. So the pizza dough was actually like chocolate chip cookie dough. I make patellas. I don't know if you're familiar. People call them the waffle cookies, but they're thin cookies. I love those, and I don't make them often, but those are great. And then sometimes I call them pizzatellas. So pizzatella instead of pizzella. Well, I'll put some Nutella on top, and then festive sprinkles like red, white, and green for Christmas cookies, you know. Liquid smoke. I apologize, Megan China. I did not see you come on. I didn't see your original text. Sorry about that. So if we're at 9 minutes, let's take a look. So I think I'm actually going to turn these right now. I could probably leave them in a little longer. The biggest thing here is going to be remembering where I started. So maybe I'll start at 12 o'clock and work my way around. This looks like it's going to, like I said, I really packed this, so it's going to take longer to cook. So it's going to be at least 17 minutes. Could be as long as 22 minutes. I remember when I used to really stack this when I first got it, that was the case. That's where the Breville comes in handy, because you can just stack so many of them. Hey, look at that. I think I got everything. Now I got to do the middle. You're going to forget. Yeah. You know I wouldn't do that. I just overlooked it. Sometimes you overlook one text. Okay. This is taking longer than I wanted to flip it. The air fryer is going to cool way down. Looks like there's plenty of oil on there, so I am not going to spray anymore. Sometimes I'll just spray a little bit more, but that looks good. You see how I handle this? That's a lot of weight on that joint where you have to tighten. You probably should put a, you know, one of these underneath, kind of, but what fun is that? You may have heard me complain at one point when I got the new basket. A lot of people have a problem that they couldn't put the basket in when it started to heat up. And the fix was to just use it in a scooping motion. I never had that issue. But when I opened the new cover, I started having that issue when this was running a long time, like 20 minutes or plus, and I had to start scooping it. But as I use it, I think it's kind of wearing on those areas that are causing me the trouble, and now it just goes right back in again. Once or twice it might get caught. Stop picking on me. Okay, we're in. So, Donna emptied the dishwasher. So, I'm going to find out, but we have some sauces. Let me grab them. We got honey barbecue, sweet baby rays. Hopefully you can see that. We got honey chipotle. Somebody was asking about this today, mentioned it. Her name will come to me shortly. And we got the hickory and brown sugar. Donna definitely likes this one. And this one she really liked. We did this on, it might have been the Creole when we tried it like that one time. And then honey barbecue is always great. I don't have, I would never used to buy Sweet Baby Rays. You know, I didn't know anything about Sweet Baby Rays. I used to just pick up like KC, Master KC or whatever. And a guy at work says, oh, go and pick up Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue. I said, okay. So I picked it up. I'm like, it's all right. And then he says, no, you got to get the honey barbecue. So I think I bought the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, the twin pack, once or twice before. But I've been buying the honey barbecue. Thing is, like these other off ones, you have to either go on Amazon and buy multiple, and Walmart has become, as I said earlier today, my new favorite places because I can order these onesies. We have a smaller Walmart, but I can do buy and with free pickup. So I, you know, anywhere from 2 to 5 days, and I can just go pick it up. So they know my face well now over there, and Donna has gone for me as well. Yeah, Janet, it's pretty good. I was working late, so Donna and my daughter just had something to tie them over. Little kids, dino chicken, you know, just to tie them over, and also some corn. Donna. I started saying that just because I said it, but Dean, who's been frequent from the very beginning when I started cooking, he's a good guy. He that was his thing. He was like, you know. So that's kind of my little niche thing, right? Trying to think. I got some new things in the mail. Let me grab them. I mentioned it at least twice that I bought the selfie stick. You know, I took the head off of it because it's just a 1/4 and the nut pulled out because they don't glue it, but it was not strong enough to hold it. So I glued it, and it seems to be holding up pretty well. But I bought these little brackets here. These are aluminum, they're spring loaded, and this one's pretty cool because you could put a light, also light on the top, or a microphone, which I have that I use with my regular camera. And I couldn't decide. This is it'll actually pivot, and it has multiple size mounts, 1/4 and 3/8, which I like because this microphone stand I'm using, which I don't know if all of you have seen, that uses 3/8, and you can loosen pivot nut and spin it, portrait or landscape. I really like that, but only one of these are going to survive. I'm going to do a review on that. And then this is something seen, anybody who hasn't seen. This is what I'm using right now. This base pops right out. You just tighten it on a countertop, and you can tighten the tension here. And this, it comes with a microphone attachment. You just put it on here, but I put a pivot head here, and this is the selfie stick. I glued the base back together. This is like a model 36 or 37 or 35, and there's a slightly better model, and they look identical in spec, except that on the one, this is $12. The more expensive one has a tightening nut like this here, so if you have a heavier object, a heavier mic. So I don't know if that $4 is going to make the difference, but I didn't know that was there. The person who told me about it, he has a channel, it's Cheap Geek, and I saw that and I said, oh, this would be perfect, you know, because I was using it for the action camera, but I've used this stand to hold my Canon EOS plus a little GoPro on top of it, and I was able to hold the weight fine. So. It's getting there. Don't want to tip it too much, but I just hope I didn't turn it too soon, because then I'm going to want to, oh, 20 or 22, I don't remember. Someone may remember what I did with the buttons, or I'll check later. Not a big deal. Everybody's quiet. That means I can talk, right? I have a glass here somewhere. I'll be right back. Let me find it. I don't know what I did with my glass. That's a bummer. I'm trying to think if I had lunch today. I must have. I did a video, didn't I? Yes, I did. So I know I had a glass. You playing a game with that? Drink the sour cream behind you. Yeah, this is empty. If who said that? Empty. No, this had a little bit of Donna bought this. She made a multi-layer, 7-layer, whatever taco dip that she brought to friends. They had dinner, and she only needed half of this, so I grabbed a single packet of Lipton onion dip, and I made some. And there was about a big spoonful left, so I had that at lunchtime. I just gotta rinse it out before I throw it in the recycling. Drink it anyway. Yeah, I don't think so. It's been sitting out. That's a recipe for disaster. Anyone have any questions while we wait? Trying to think of what else I might have grabbed that I'm going to be doing. I got a bunch of little things I got to review. I got some digital decoration stuff I meant to do this weekend, and I just got tied up. I can't do that live because I have to show the product in daylight and then at night, so it'll be a two-part. Also going to do a teaser video of some food that I talked about. If you were on this afternoon, you'll know what it is. Go back and check it out. Donna, do you want them plain or do you want them with chipotle or wing sauce? No, I mean I'll do a couple different. Okay, I think we settled that we're gonna do some chipotle and honey barbecue. So I'm gonna put away the hickory brown sugar, but she likes this one a lot too. Okay, my favorite thing, I love chicken, so wings are great, You know, sometimes I favor just the winglet part, or just the drumstick part, but by far wings and fries. I have a crinkle knife. And it's unfortunate that Amazon, they don't have it anymore. This works great. So fries. Oh, there's so many things. Now I think of it, roasted meatballs. I make, if you haven't seen that video, made homemade meatballs, 5 pounds worth, a little over 5 pounds, and then I'll cook some in the sauce, and I'll do some in the air fryer, the Breville, or even the crock pot, and then I'll freeze the rest, and then for lunch, if I'm in a hurry, I'll just do like 9 of those in the air fryer for like 12 minutes. Those are awesome. One thing I want to do was the thing I talked about this afternoon, so I'll tell you, I got some big onions. I'm going to cut big rings. And I want to do a bloomin' onion, but I also, this Jack/Harry, I'm going to get the onion, a bigger one and a smaller one, and inside that channel is going to be like cheddar cheese, and I'm going to mold the beef around it, the ground beef, so it looks like a donut, and then wrap bacon around that. And that's going to be part 1. And part 2 is going to be cooking it. Maybe I'll do it in the air fryer and the grill. And that's going to be awesome. I hope you're here for that. Oops, excuse me. Okay, that went by quick. Let's take a look. Look at that. Boom. Oh, there you are. Yeah, we were talking about that. Oh my God, that sounds so good. Yeah, it does. This looks awesome. I'm just going to turn it to make sure. You know, I am going to turn it and cook it like a couple more minutes on the other side, just enough to get that crisp on there. Like I said, I probably turned it a minute or two too soon. And one thing about chicken is, you know, growing up, my mother always cooked things. We always liked, I guess you would say, well done. With chicken, you have to be careful. You know, you want to make sure you don't undercook chicken. Beef, I mean, people do rare, medium rare, all the time. But chicken is one of those things. You want to make sure. I have gotten food poisoning from chicken twice. Not from my cooking, but a place near where I work. And I think they're out of business now. So, to me, I'd rather, the chicken always comes out juicy, no questions asked, but I would rather it be a little bit dry than chance getting food poisoning again. I was sick for 2 weeks on 2 different occasions, so. All right, let's get this back in there. Three minutes, and we'll take a look. Anthony, you were on this afternoon's call, right? Or was it yesterday's? You've been on a couple of times. I'm just not remembering correctly. Yeah, Mega China. It's something I want to do. One of my YouTubers who's had my back, I was banned from a couple of groups because I was sharing my cooking, and for months they would have had no problem with me posting my pictures and the recipe, and then I would put a link to my video if I did a video that day, and then one day they banned me, both of them, one and then later the other. So and my Facebook page got shut down for some reason. I have no idea. They just said I violated some term. They wouldn't tell me which of the 100 rules it was. That was back in February. I contested. I lost a contestant because they said I was still in violation, which they wouldn't tell me what it was. And then yesterday or the day before, day before I think, they completely deleted the page on me. So I am starting from ground zero. So I think it's in the top of the description. There's 2 Facebook pages. A Facebook page is Mario's Domain. And same thing for Instagram. It's Mario Monti, but it's like M3RDPWR. I'll probably have to move everything so it's consistent, Mario's Domain, to make it the same across. The old name was MMMWorks, MMMWRKS. One of my old non-existent Facebook pages still is up, but there's no content. Again, I have to rebuild from the beginning. So if you would mind, maybe do that. So I'm not only going to post the videos on the Facebook, maybe you frequent Facebook more than YouTube, but I'm also going to do my everything I cook that's worthy, because I'm going to post pictures up there and what I did to cook it, you know, just like any of the other Facebook pages, so that will give you a little bit extra. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. Yeah, that first video was long, 40 minutes. One guy called me an idiot. And, you know, oh, you think you're so bad or something like that. It's like, all right, whatever. I didn't respond to him. Wouldn't give him the satisfaction, troll. But that was 40 minutes, and I've gotten better with shorter videos. But 6-minute videos are nice. People will watch 2 to 3 minutes of your 6-minute video. But I found that I like to keep them about 12 to 15 minutes, because then you miss. It's like, well, how did he rinse it? How did he pat it dry? You know? And if you don't like it, you can just skip. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. All right. Let me let this finish off its cycle. And we're going to pull that out. Get some bowls ready here. All right, maybe a third bowl. 2 sauces, might do some plain. Yeah, I want to, you know, and I say this all the time, and not all the time, the last couple of days. Doing a video, recording it, takes a lot more than what you see, what I hear, because I have to reshoot some stuff, angles. So you spend, let's say it's an hour cooking, you spend an hour and a half filming, 2 hours editing, exporting, sharing. You spend a whole day on it. This, yeah, it's hard to keep people's attention because the videos are an hour long, and you could be sure that you're watching, so you're here for the whole hour. But when I post that video, I'll get very minimal views on it, because they don't want to sit through the whole thing, you know? All right, Anthony, I won't. Oh, you. All right. This is what you have been waiting for. You have so patiently waited for. Let me grab my light so you can see a little better. Awesome. That looks. Look at that one right there. That little drumlet, or those smaller wings right there. Oh, those. Oh man. That's all I have to say. Okay, let me put this light down. I actually got a couple of new lights months ago, and I want to review them. That's why I haven't been using them. I might just start using them and review it on a live chat like this, because this works out good. Okay, so let me reposition this. I gotta just tighten the thing back here. Yeah, that $16 one might have been good. Nice color, yeah, looks yummy. The golden color, yeah. And that's one thing about the paprika, and I didn't know this until recent, by recent a couple of years, is paprika isn't more about real necessary flavor, it's about color. So you put some on there to give it some nice color. So this is 20 wings. Usually I do 4 bowls because I'm doing 3, because I like to put an even amount of wings and drumlets on each one so you can taste them all. But I'm just going to start putting one in each. I mean, a wing and drumlet in each. And then, okay. Don't tell me that that doesn't look freaking awesome right there. I could eat it like that. I might just do that. Wing, wing. And this is not sticking. I had one stick a tiny bit. And that's it. Okay. So I got 4 left, 2 drumlets, and a wing. So 1 extra. You know what this 1 extra means? That means I got to try this one. This is an omen. So this is what I'm going to do. Golden. So got some Sweet Baby Rays here. Put some of that in there. Oh, I know what I forgot. I don't know how I could have forgot that. I'm gonna put some chipotle here. I don't know. I might need a little more there. Oh, I apologize. You probably can't see that right now. There we go. Sorry. How could I forget buffalo wing sauce, where the sauce is the boss? Whoa! Okay, that was too much. The little there's the little thing in there that lets you just squeeze it out. That stayed inside the cap. Oh well. Unfortunately, that was a waste of sauce. Go ahead, criticize. All right. Well, let me get this out of the way. And this is the easiest way I know how to do this. Yeah, the sauce is coming out everywhere out of that one because it's over full. That's all right. That one's a mess. Okay, I forget which ones were which here, but... let's see. I forget which one's which, and I can't smell the difference right now. Oh well. All right. Well, unplug the air fryer, folks. My #1 rule. Now, it's up to you to tell me which one to try first. Well, I'm going to try the one without anything first, just to taste the Creole so I can really taste it. Right amount of heat. And I don't like spicy, but this is so good. We'll be ready for you in just a minute.
Which one's which?
I forget which one was which here. One is honey barbecue. That's probably honey barbecue. And that's probably the other one. Hold on. It's on the plate. Oh, yeah. Bada bing. Let me try first, yeah. All right, I need something to drink. And I'm gonna break my rule again today. Which one was that? Honey barbecue? Which pile was the honey barbecue? Which one pile was the honey barbecue? That one there, right? I like to say I got the best fans in the world. Okay. I'm probably going to need a plate because I'm going to make a mess. Okay. So first, tried and true honey barbecue. That's awesome. The only way that could be better is if I cook this, let's say, either here on the grill, and then while it was on the grill, just put some of that sauce on there and let it caramelize on there. That's so good. Honey barbecue is the one I want. You need my address. Yeah. Oh, I apologize, Rancher B. I didn't see your text a few lines up. Thanks for joining. I'm now going to try the same sauce with a wing. I mean a drumstick. I don't know what it is. The wings to me taste better, but this has more meat on it. A little drumlet. That might have to do with also the crispy skin ratio to chicken on the bone. Could hear my daughter singing in the background. Do you want to tell Natalia she's entertaining people? Okay, you know, that might not be a bad idea, Rich Bees. Maybe part of the competition, I will send out a multi-pack to the grand prize winner of different honey.
Do I like that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I like this one?
Yeah, you like this one. That was the one you liked the most. Chipotle? That's awesome. I haven't decided if I like that or the honey barbecue the best. Honey barbecue is always a good standby. If you don't know, oh, the second one's even better. She's eating, you can't see her hand sneaking in. Okay, now here's where the disaster hit, because the cap fell out of the buffalo wing. I wasted a lot of sauce on here. There's enough for God knows how many more. But that being the case, I'm gonna super soak it. That's a good wing. Ooh, ooh. When I tested this wing sauce, I've had buffalo tenders, usually at 9 Uno's. But I hadn't had the wings in so long. I used to get them all the time in Waltham at a place called Joe Sent Me. They had a 10-cent wing night before they realized it cost them more than 10 cents, so they went up to 20 cents. But me and my buddy would go get like 50 wings. Did I tell you about the time I was in a wing eating contest? Just once. I think it was live like this. I said that. You know, Kentucky Fried Chicken has those biscuits. McDonald's does as well. I was never a big fan of those. I don't know why. However, mix it with syrup and you got something. Because of the sugar, I'm sure. The chicken with the barbecue sauce is colder right now because I took that sauce out much later, so it hadn't come to room temperature. That's the other reason for like basting this on the grill, or just have it at room temperature. The first time I cooked with all these sauces, they weren't open, so they were at room temperature. That's after I opened them, I closed them and put them in the fridge. Ooh. Well, you know, if I could get GoWISE, and I wrote GoWISE a couple of times, I was like, listen, and I don't want something for nothing, don't get me wrong. if they want to send me something great. I said, hey, I have 40, 50 videos out with your product. I said, I don't want you to give me something for nothing, but support us smaller people, because when I first started making my videos, I called it GoWISE because that was the first one. Every single one of my videos now has GoWISE. In fact, vidIQ did a score, and I came up like #1 for GoWISE air fryers. I'm a tiny channel. At the time, I had well under 1,000 subscribers. My subscribers was hitting, after they demonetized everyone, I only had like 300 users, 300 subscribers, and that was in, was it February or March? I apologize, I don't remember the date. All of a sudden, my subscriber rate was going up like 180 to 195 a month, and I was like, wow. And then now that I've hit the 1,000 and they may monetize me again, pennies. My subscribe monthly just dropped like a rock. So, let's see. I'm gonna grab a honey barbecue one here.
Can I help with this?
Hey, Jim, Bill. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying it. You usually see me eat my videos, but not this much. Maybe once or twice you do. How are you enjoying it so far, Bill? And what's your favorite thing to cook in it? This wing sauce, buffalo wing sauce, is awesome. I have to say I couldn't choose just one. If someone said you can only have one of these sauces for the rest of your life, seeing that these are the only 4 I've tried, if it was down to these 4, it would probably be the honey barbecue. I think I like that the most. The wing sauce would be too much for my heartburn, I think. So the honey barbecue would be my choice. You done? Mm-hmm. Okay. Got the last omelet of the chipotle. Yeah. We used to buy the Orita fries. Not a lot, but you go to BJ's, get a big bag. And after I started hand cutting them, Donna was like, hey, she said if we never bought those fries again, she'll be happy, because the ones you hand cut are just so much better. And I can say without a doubt, hand cut fries come out better in the air fryer than in the Breville or the regular oven. Hands down. I don't recall when you jumped on, Bill, but they were asking about favorite foods, and hands down for me, I eat a lot of different kinds of chicken, so that was for me. Otherwise, roasted meatballs, I make about 5.5 pounds at a time. You know, put some in sauce and cook it, air fryer, and then I freeze the rest, or crock pot, and I'll cook them for a quick lunch if I need it. From frozen to cook, maybe 12 minutes. Bless you. rush me off the video. We got dessert here. Cupcakes. Anybody who knows me knows I can eat. Even when I was 100 pounds lighter, I could eat. So, I'm going to tilt this a little bit my way. I like to ask this whenever I finish up a live. I've only done, this might be number 6 or 5, one of those two. But yeah, pork chops are good too. MG. I like to buy the thin pork chops because they literally cook 3 of them in 8 minutes, and that's pushing it. You could probably do it in less, depending. Like I said, I always cook everything a little bit more because I'm always worried about undercooking. I've cooked the thick pork chops too. 17 minutes, baby. I could be wrong about the time. Yeah, Jim. Like I said, wings. It's like I said. I think I started to say it. I wish I went on a rant about GoWISE. I wish they would support the smaller channels. You don't have to support me. Support the other guys that have a few thousand. I would love to have multiple air fryers set up because I got a couple of dedicated circuits here. I could have, because I have the Breville going and the air fryer going at the same time, and I can do the oven in the microwave. It's a lot of power I'm drawing, but they're dedicated circuits, right? And I'd like to just have a ton of stuff going, like the complete air fryer dinner or lunch, you know? You have chicken in one, a vegetable in another, whether it's like a medley of vegetables in there, broccoli, whatever, or like do a stir fry type in there. You know, I could run, I got two dedicated circuits right out this window. I could run it in just so I could do, like, have all these air fryers going. And then, you know, do this big lunch. Granted, most people don't have any air fryers, let alone one, you know. It's just you know, we're still a small percentage of the air fryer groups. But I think it would be interesting. You could show someone, hey, you could cook any one of these things. We're just showing you how to cook them all. Someone says, Mario, you're going to open a business. Yeah, I'll call my restaurant, you know, I forget what the name I came up with, the air fryer restaurant, you know what I mean? Everything we cook is in an air fryer, you know, kind of funny. I'm not a great cook. In fact, I got 4 other siblings, and they're all very good cooks. Especially my younger brother, Tony Bostoni. Look on YouTube for Grub Dude, Grubdude. He's always in the description link. He's the one who told me about the air fryer to get it. Go big or go home with the air fryer. He does really good, you know, and my mother is the most fantastic cook ever. That goes without saying. But he hasn't done any food videos in a long time, but he does everything. He loves to experiment, you know, with all types of food. I don't think he's done any air fryer videos, but, you know. Yeah, if I do the air fryer dinner show, I don't have a lot of room to do it. I have to figure it out. I think I'm going to do what Kirby did. Again, check out Kirby's channel. I have a few webcams. I'm just going to get a more powerful laptop, I think, and have a webcam set up in the corner, far corner, and then one on the stove, and then one maybe over here, or even strapped to my chest, or just like this here. And that would be awesome. I just don't want to outlay. I just outlaid up quite a bit for a new machine because my old one was 8 years old, and it was working, but it couldn't do the job anymore that I needed it to. But a good laptop drive and a few webcams, I think that would be cool. Oh, Sam's. We did have a Sam's nearby. Sam's is owned by Walmart, or it's part of the Pulled Inventory. They shut them down. They're across from Sears, the Natick Mall, which is going out of business too. They knocked it down recently, but it's been gone for years. It's turned into a apartment complex for elderly or something like that. You know, assisted living home or something. Could be wrong about that, but something to that effect. But Sam's is not bad either. You know, wasn't that bad either. And Costco is the only place that wants to check you in. You know, make sure you have a card before you walk in. But now that I don't have a card, if I want to go in the browser, I just go in to the exit. I say to the guy, I got to go to the help desk there, the service desk. I go in, and you could do that too if you want. You know, you want to get hot dog and soda, $1.50. You know, all these other things. It used to be you could buy the alcohol at Costco if you didn't have a membership. I don't know if that's still the case. Yeah, the meats are pretty good. I can't remember the last time I bought meats at Costco. I think the last thing I bought at Costco for meats was bacon, and that was a long, 15 years ago maybe, you know. But where my parents live, there's a BJ's down the street, Costco down the street, a BJ's further out. Here there's just a BJ's, there was a Sam's, but I live like 2 miles from, Target, Walmart, BJ's, Stop and Shop, Home Depot, Lowe's. It was Naked Fish, but now it's Margaritas. The Natick Mall, they're all there. You know what I mean? So I'm lucky in that sense. I do have choices. All right. I do want to show you something I wish I showed you earlier. No, not the chicken bones, but it's probably not going to be as much as an effect now. However, I'm going to dump the oil in there, and we'll see how much comes out. I love doing this with the bacon. Yeah, I don't know if you're able to see that. It's not a lot. It's mostly the oil, probably, and what little fat there was on the chicken. So, give me one more second here. Just going to move a couple of things out of the way. Looks like I got 11 people on now. The audience has grown towards the end. These are just the Rachel Way Trivets. I'm going to wash these up and I'll show you those next time around. Dessert. Those are Father's Day. We didn't get to have them yesterday because we're just so busy. Hey, you came in with your name this time. When did you pop up? I didn't see you. Have you been here before? Emerson, oh yeah. I'm hungry. Hi, Emerson. Did you just join, or have you been just watching patiently? I saw the count went up to 11. Last I looked, it was 7. So I don't know how long you've been on there. Well, now I know your true identity, Jack. The man, the myth, the legend. And I wish I had known you were on early, Emerson, because I'm about to close this out. We have some family dessert coming up. But I think the next live I'm going to do will be at night. Can't do one tomorrow night, but maybe I'll do a dessert night. Well, I'm going to use the Waffle bowl, make my pizzella batter. I'll do all that live. I won't make a full batch because that'll just take too much time. But I'll make a half batch or a quarter, just enough to make those bowls, some ice cream, sprinkles, jimmies as we call them here, and some syrup all across the top, make it all purdy like. Well, Jackie, that's the problem. Is you got to know where your priorities are. This was great. I can't thank you all enough for joining me. Suggestions, you know, don't be afraid to comment when you come on. Even if you don't, even if you did a watch, just say, "Hey, it's such and so from such and so." Blah. Just letting you know I'm here. It's good to know you have an audience, and I love to hear ideas. And I'm gonna start asking more questions now about favorite things and what I should do next. So let's see if I can do my outro correct. So thanks for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Please hit that notification bell so you know when I put out a new video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Janet. Thanks, Jim. Some of the others. Jack, I'm sorry you joined late. Emerson, I don't know, again, how long you were on there, but please drop a line in my videos. I'd like to hear from you, things you'd like to see. I want to accommodate everybody here. Rancher Babe, who else? Anthony Miller, thank you. I'm gonna miss someone. Mega China, thank you. It's I want to say MG instead, but I'll say Mega China. Janet, I said, and NJ1. I don't know if you're still with me. You were talking a bit when you first got on. Yes, we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. See you later. Take care.